the open side flank. Well, the one change comes in the backs as Sarah Riordan starts at 13, pairing up with Shani Williams in the centres. On the bench, we can see Louise Burrows there for Australia. She was actually called into the squad after injury to Evelyn Horomia. She was delighted to get the call, with this now being her 4th World Cup campaign. Well, you can see that Australian captain Shannon Parry just waiting to lead her team out, still waiting on France at the moment, who will be led by their captain for the day, Elodie Poubla. France just a little bit late to the party, but finally they arrive, and both sides waiting to get yet another taste of the atmosphere here at World Cup 2017. Definitely no eye contact going across there as both captains make their way towards the pitch, and the crowd makes themselves known to the two teams. Well, the green and gold of Australia rush out onto the pitch against the navy blue of France. The crowds in Dublin, they continue to give everything to this tournament. Both sides have had strong support, but this really is a must-win outing now, with Pool C becoming so tight. And semi-final places can't be guaranteed today, but for Australia, they could well be lost. So much resting on this. Well, both countries just lining up there, facing their supporters in the main stand as they wait for the national anthems as the sun starts to set in the distance.
Upstanding, please, as we play the national anthem of France. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain upstanding as we play the national anthem of Australia.
So this is France and Australia, Les Bleus and the Wallaroos, nearly ready to go. 5 changes in the French forwards, with Lise Aricast coming in and starting at loosehead. Meanwhile, in the backs, Pelle and Nason, they're promoted to start, while we also get to see Izar make her first start of the 2017 World Cup. Australia, well, they've only made one change to their starting 15 that lost to Ireland, and the forwards, they remain completely unchanged. We do see that one change then in the Australian backline as Sarah Riordan starts at 13, pairing up with the Olympic sevens gold medalist Shani Williams in the centres. Keep an eye on the bench. You can see the regular France captain Gaëlle Mignoux is there with 16. How much could she play a part today?
You've still got quite a bit of time. You can just hold for a second.
Well, our referee for this one is none other than South Africa's Amy Barrett-Theron. Just waiting, getting ready to get underway. Well, watching alongside me in anticipation is the former New Zealand seven-star Carl Tanana.
Yeah, thanks. I'm really excited for this matchup for a couple of reasons. I think, firstly, conflicting styles. Australia like to use the ball, use their skills, move it fast. The French, on the other hand, like to use their physicality, so can't wait for that. Also, reason two, it's a must-win for both teams. France to solidify their place going forward for playoffs, and also Australia, if they're going to have any chance in going through to the next round, this is a must-win.
It really is. Pool C is so tight right now. And Australia, they ran Ireland so close, so close. Australia really could set the cat amongst the pigeons if they can get a win over France today. Everyone thought this was going to come down to a France and Ireland contest, but the Wallaroos, they may well have something to say about this. So we're just waiting at the moment for everyone to be settled and ready after the steely stares that are still being exchanged at the moment across the line. Here we go, we're about to get underway then. France and Australia in the 2017 Women's Rugby World Cup. The ball is flying, it's a scuttering kick that gets us underway. Gathered in the end by Duval for France as she scragged quite high. Referee happy, plays on. Drouin gets the ball back and away. Ndaye getting involved early on. Poubla manages to feed out to the far side, and it's Corson who had a thumping game in the France's first outing against Japan, who takes the ball deep into contact. Folani this time, another super sub for the French. When we saw her last play, it's the young Drouin at fly half again, heavily involved already. Now Ménager. Managed to get a couple of tries, Ménager, against Japan. Mayan. Rivolan. Manages to find Drouin. Feeds the captain, Poubla. Corson again. This time we see Pell, who came off the bench against Japan, getting her start now. Unable to make the final connection there, but a nice 7 phases strung together by France, and they've made good territory.
What's really apparent for me, Sarah, already is France will leave their big ball running forwards out on the wings. First it was Corson on the far side of the field, on this near side, Ménager, the open side flanker, making a lot of yards, and they're causing a bit of a havoc. There's just a breakdown. Just pulls the hand back there. It's the French forward, but very much, you talk about sevens players, the seven setup France used for the beginning of this game.
Just a bit of loss of communication there from France, and that just final passage of play gives us a chance here to see these two scrums go head to head.
Set.
Barker there,
Steady.
the Australian scrum half, just waiting for everything to be settled. Oh, big shove from the French. Australia do brilliantly to get that one out fast. Oh, look at that run. Beautiful lines coming in there by Shani Williams. A little bit of a work having to be done there by Grace Hamilton. Australia missing their scrum half in action. Everyone coming in for a little bit of duty. Penalty for Australia. France not rolling away, and a chance for Australia to get an attacking platform.
Yeah, unlucky there for France. They actually had Australia on the back foot. Duval couldn't help herself. She didn't tackle release over the player. You have to give an opportunity for the attacking player to play their ball. She didn't. This is a huge relieving penalty for Australia. Not out.
No, play on. Traherne doesn't find a touch. France will take the opportunity. Ball's been kicked on in play. No one there back there for Australia. Straight across the field of play. It bobbles out on this near side. I think the French wings on this side, coming down this left wing here. It was Chloe Pell. She was desperately trying to get there, unable to.
Here's the miss touch from Australia, and they spread it wide.
Get your girls open.
I like the heads-up play. They're putting the ball in behind Australia, but they're going to get the throw into this line-out.
They've gone for shorter numbers in the line-out here, Australia. Campbell waits to get the ball in. That's a lovely line-out to Butler. Manages to get it down the line. Pomare there feeding Hamilton, who also wasn't involved in that line-out, looking for work in the middle. Also out there at the moment is Patu. Still inside of their own half at the moment, Australia, but making plenty of noises. Hamilton. Spinning there of Barker. She's a gnarly little scrum half. She will definitely cause as much of a nuisance as she can. Barker again with the bright yellow boots. This time Australia feed the line. Nice to see Shani Williams involved once again. One of our Olympic Sevens gold medalists. Middle of the park. Australia here, you just feel a little bit, Carl. They're having a lot of ball. Not going too far with it just yet.
In multiple phases. Phase 9, in fact, there, Sarah. But good ball keep. France just can't keep their hands on the ball till now. Good turnover.
There we go. France have the ball back again. Goes out to Poublin, the captain. Oh, there was a almost there. Poublin got the handoff away. She was just scragged at the last moment, and it's turned over ball again. This is chopping and changing. No one is stamping their authority on this match yet. Big bullocking effort coming in there by Samoa. More Australian forwards firing over, getting involved at the ruck. Nice running lines again. It's Riordan who's trying to cause the confusion there. She was teaming up with Shani Williams. Parry there, passing the ball to no one. It's been sucked up by Drouin. Drouin, she's got Poublin outside her. Poublin still going. It's the French captain. She needs to find the support. She does find it through Pell in the end, but there just wasn't enough pitch. It ran out. Lovely stuff though by the French. What an opportunity that was. Crossfield kick comes in. It's high in the air. Can they gather on this side? There's no one there for Australia. All she has to do is go over, and Izar is over for France. That was a stunning crossfield kick and a beautiful finish for the French.
Well, it came down from a mistake from Australia. Shannon Parry, the captain, very loose with the pass. French were able to latch on to it, go down that far side of the field. There it is, confirmation, try time. What a start from this French team. Here's the mistake, got a call from the outside, they were non-committal. There's the good pickup and good set as well. Just keeping the ball in play with those offloads, no one there, so they reset it. But watch this kick pass, Corson realising where the space was. It was good heads-up play, no one outside where Shannon Izar was. Good take, had a look, nice put down.
The composure there by the French, just absolutely superb. Included in that composure is Izar, who calmly took her try. Certainly a team effort though. And it's Drouin, still just 21 years old, and charged with leading her team at 10. Who now has to try and turn this one in at the posts. Tricky angle. Drouin there with a scuttering kick. It just died in front of the post, but the French still have their lead. They are good for it, and it's that kind of execution that perhaps is the difference between these two sides. One team, France, who play regularly in the Six Nations, they have a lot of tests, and then Australia, we know they've had this really intense 6-week block that they've had together. It's just not the same as a team who plays in all the time throughout the whole season. Restart then comes from the Australian scrum half Barker. Collected in the end by our try scorer Izar, and she manages to feed. Australia have got the ball here. Good tidying up work on the floor. Barker. Hamilton again. Almost ran into her own player, but did well to tidy things back up again. Get things going back in the right direction. Parry.
Lost it now.
Barker. Pomare. Sees Riordan. Riordan, remember, she's coming. She's the one change for this Australia side. She is making her presence felt. Masters had to do a bit of work at the back there. Stolen ball by the French. Taken on this time by Duval.
Lost. Sorry.
Izzard, she's seen enough. Says, go and have a taste of that. Or go and turn. Go and chase my kick. And Parry has to go back. Managed to feed Murphy. Murphy took a very good try in the match against the Irish. And all of a sudden Australia find themselves back inside their own half, wondering what just happened in the last 30 seconds. Parry. Barker. Pomare. Oh, mistake there from Australia. Pomare knows it. Out on the full, all the way back to where it was kicked.
Yeah, just rushing it a little bit, aren't they, the Australians at the moment? The French have been very physical with the contact area, putting pressure on that Pomare just off the side of her boot. Young lady in jersey number 10 full of Wallaroos.
Well, Pomare there, we like to see the emotion that she cares.
Down.
Campbell gets the ball in. Comes down the French line. Popped a ball to Drouin. Again, feisty work by the French. Definitely getting over that gain line. Ndaye, nice hands controlled. Managed to get that one away. Poublin, she's got support outside her. The French are flying out down the far side. Could they be at it again? Still the French flying. Pell has it. She's going to be bundled on the far side. Eventually it goes out of play, but the French are looking dangerous with the ball in hand.
We just spoke about getting front foot ball, aren't they? The French at the moment. Nice bit of skill work from Poublin.
Yeah, Australia took it out. Yep.
Good catch by Ndaye. Look at Poublin, the dummy on the inside, freezes the fence and then goes on the outside and gives left-hand winger Powell an opportunity. Does well, Stalen initially, but good covering from Australia.
Took a lot of Australian players to actually do with Pell. She's winning her 8th cap for France today. Thomas. Ooh. Was just caught on the hit there of France, but referee is going to give Australia the option. It's not happy, it's not straight.
But that all come down from the competition in the air by Australia. They threw their number 2 lady up, which put pressure on Thomas, the hooker for France, and calls that wayward throw. That's good recognition here by the Australians at line-out time.
Fascinating decision that Australia have gone for the scrum, and they were quite under the cosh the last time that France packed down. Expected a big heave there, and this is one of the things, the real strength of this French side is their big bruising pack. They know how to scrum, and they know how to have a good maul as well.
Australia got a pretty good front row with Patu, Campbell and Samoa. But there's that pressure.
That push. Oh, you'll be feeling that in the Australian front row, but it's not straight, says the referee.
Who said walking around?
That's French rugby though, isn't it? They love to scrum. It's just a little message. They'll take that penalty, that's for sure. You can see even when they got up, they're having a little word to the Australian 4-pack saying we can't wait for the next one.
And already, as Australia go to clear their lines, there's no mistakes that time as Treherne definitely gets that one out. France actually had that penalty a few times in their last match against Japan as well. As strong as their scrum is, they've got to control it.
So you can see there, the number 3, Duval, just giving some.
Incredible stats there for the French attack. Making huge meters there compared to Australia. Still early stages though. Taken up this time by Gray. Pomare gets her boot to the ball. Not taken cleanly as it just bounces out of play on this near side. Did France touch it as it bobbled out of play?
Nine.
I think it's a French throw into this line out. Sarah, but Pomare just seems to be under a little bit of pressure on the French defence. She takes one step back, it'll give a little bit more time to scan the field and survey her options.
Caroline Thomas decides to get the ball in. Nice and clean line out work. Drouin. Good work here from France. Still taken on, but although the numbers might be flapping on the back of Naissant, referee not happy.
Yeah, forward pass. Yeah, good call. It's the right call too. Just hesitated a little bit before she gave that pass. too long, I think, here on the second man plate. Actually, Nizar.
Shame, it was a nice move.
Very good move.
Here's the mark.
Players in motion too, Sarah. That's the good thing for mine. Getting players from the blind side in an option.
There we go, another chance to see if this French scrum can just control themselves. See if they can use all that power, but focus it.
Sit.
There's Sophie Ndaye there at number 8, forcing her studs down into the earth. Australia hold on. Scuttering kick there, came in from Traherne. Oh, what a pick up round the bootlaces by Izar. Izar, is she going to be good for a race? Izar goes over, beautiful finish, and what a take by the winger. She's on for a brace, and the Lille wing can do no wrong.
Well, it was the right option, execution, not so. Bit of individual skill here shown by Shannon Izar. We know how good the French are in football. I've been told that a couple of these young ladies are very good at it. Watch it here, the punch through from Traherne was picked up beautifully by the right-hand winger. The winger playing on the left side with number 14, and she shows a bit of gas as well to finish it off. 10 points for Shannon Izar in this game already.
We should say that both the French wings are playing on opposite sides to what we would traditionally see. Amadei with this kick for the French. She has made her presence known in this match so far. Some nice kicking from hand. Good for a territory. And she's going to be off the tee here. Nothing to worry about there for the Australians, but they are 10-0 down on the scoreboard. And the woman causing all the problems is Shannon Izar. She's a student, used to be involved in athletics, and you can tell by the way she runs, the way she takes that ball, total control, real athlete. Love a cowbell. We should get one of them up here, Carlton.
We got a few in New Zealand, don't worry about that.
France with the ball. Kicked out on this near side straight away.
This is the opportunity for Australia to get back in, and it was a very good clearing kick from France. So now Australia been good at the line out time.
Campbell, she's the vice captain for Australia, waiting to get the ball in. Australia haven't done too much wrong yet. Wasn't the prettiest lineup, but they won it. Ball makes a big, big bruising effort there by Masters. This is decent from the Australians. Parry, captain's effort. And a foray into the 22. Australia really need to make some kind of dent on the scoreboard. They're going to stop France from running away with this. Traherne now, slightly isolated. Support does arrive. But Australia, if they want to switch direction, this is slow ball. Boyle. Barker. Trying to dig that one out. Warning there goes to the French. Barker finally gets her ball. Parry again. Nice little side offload. Butler this time gets her hands dirty. Great. Oh, it's loose on the floor. France looked like they might have stolen that one. Forward from Australia, and all that effort, all that ground, and it's French ball.
Yeah, some French player just got in and made a nuisance of herself after Alicia Samoa takes a hit up. This is a strong run by Gray. Nice long place, just there.
Better, thank you.
Some of the Australian backs are running some lovely lines, making really good ground. Riordan has been standing out. And look at that, possession, it is Australia's. France just doing more with theirs.
Yeah, they've been brilliant the way they've been able to set up their plays. This French team are very effective with their big ball runners, but now they're going to be asked to have a defensive scrum.
Australia? Can they try and steal something against the head here? The South African referee, Amy Barrett-Thuron, is not happy. There you go. You can hear the shouts from Australia, stay strong. They know the power they are coming up against from this French pack. See that, Cheyenne Campbell.
Crouch.
Queensland player, finally packs down, ready to go.
Fine. Sit.
Ball comes in from Riverland. Pick up at the base from Ndaye.
Play on.
More work again coming in from Amadei. French fullback seems to be involved in everything at the moment.
Release. Release.
And have we got a tricky spot here for the French? Bit of choke tackling going in. It's all a bit loose. Drouin. Right boot, nice and high. Just forces Trahan there, the Australian fullback, to have to track back across the park.
10.
Nice touch there by Trahan, gets it out. Quite close to the French line. She's got a nice running boot.
12 out of the 5.
Yeah, it's outstanding play
Don't
from
defend
Australia.
in five,
First
okay?
was a scrum that put on a lot of pressure, and then defensively they really got up in the face of this French side, stopped their big ball runners in their track, and they were forced to kick, and well, Trahan in great position, a great kick.
Seeing Samantha Trahan run like that does remind you of Aussie rules quite a lot. So we wait now for the ball to come in from Caroline Thomas. One of the changes in the French pack from the side that beat Japan. Riverland manages to find Ndaye, who doesn't always take the ball into contact anymore. It used to be a big tactic by the French that the number 8, she would truck up the ball all the time as the big hits keep going in on the French. Out to the far side. Nice bit of work there on that far side, including Murphy, making sure that France could not progress. You will not pass.
I think the good thing for mine is Australia are standing up to France, and that's what you've got to do against a physical team. See here,
Okay,
clip right around the chin.
Shani
Shani Williams, I think it was, the vice captain. Does not miss. That's fair enough.
It's going to be a penalty against you, okay? Dangerous tackle.
Well, there we go.
Back
You're
10.
hearing from the referee. It's a dangerous tackle.
Back 10. Captain, we had a lovely chat before. 12 goals.
Just listening to the referee there, telling Shannon Parry that they had a lovely chat before. Did you have a lot of lovely chats with your
I was
referees?
just about to say, I've never ever heard that on the rugby field
you?
before. Having a lovely chat with a ref. Was very
Dangerous
heated.
tackle.
You have a very
Susie Mark,
respectful
okay?
chat with the referee.
Well, that's it.
There
Time
we
back
go.
on.
Right, with
Dangerous
bit of
tackle.
downtime.
Penalty only.
The water sort of half came on and now they're coming off again.
Very ambitious play, though, by the French team. Even though they're in their own court, it's not stopping them playing their style, they're spreading and using the ball.
And Sarah Amadei, Montpellier fullback. She really does seem to have a hand in a lot of what France do. So here we go. If the score remains as it is, France will top the table with 9, Ireland behind them on 8, and that would mean a winner-takes-all clash into the semi-finals. But don't forget, there is also a last spot up for grabs in the semi-finals with the best-placed runner-up.
No hands.
Australia, they have a lot to do now. They've got to win, they've got to get bonus points, they've got to get score difference, they've got to work it all up if they're going to have a shot at the semi-finals. They finished 7th at the 2014 World Cup, but their best finish was a 3rd place finish in 2010, and that was at the expense of the French. Nice little pop backwards there by Riverland. Not quite sure anyone was listening.
Okay. Happy?
They somehow
Last
hold on to it, and the French start flying once again. Another great pickup by the French. These women doing very well at trying to pick up some scrappy ball, make it look far more pretty than it starts out being. Nicely mangled ruck there, comes back up on French side. Out it goes again. France do very well in those wide channels, in from the side there. And it looks like the referee is going to have a little word here with the Australians.
We've had a late hit by Gold back there, okay? There was another possible late hit there. Talk to the girls about discipline and timing, okay? Once the ball is gone, let it go. Yep.
Final warning, Cartanana.
Penalty here for
Good
you.
refereeing,
Entry.
I think, Sarah. Very good refereeing
I'll
from
say Tyrone.
Amy Barrett Theron, realising the physical nature of this game. Let's play on, I like it.
Entry.
Now, what will France decide to do here? They decide it's too far out to go for the posts. So Amadei is going to try and stick this as far down the far side touch as she can. And that's a nice touch.
Now, what Australia need to do in the contact area, they need to slow the play down, the play of the ball down. They need to get numbers in there and make it more contestable. They can't turn it over, at least slow down the ball runners and the chain of ball for this French backline.
Thomas. Nice good line out by the French. Manages to find Ménager, and this is classic French rugby. This is what they do. Are they going to start rocking and rolling down the far side? That ball has got legs. It is moving. It is trucking. And they are desperately trying to keep it going. They do eventually release the backs. It's given to Poublin. She spins through a few tackles, and the forwards are still there to help out their captain. Rivelaine appeals to the referee. Get on with it, she says. Drouin finds Naisson. Naisson pop back inside. Big hits going in as Mayans finds contact. Back inside, still going forward through the French forwards. The pack heavily involved. Popped up ball. Oh, who is it? It's none of that. Izzar! Izzar is over. She's got a hat trick in the first half. Isn't anywhere near done yet. Shannon Izzar is on fire, and Australia are going to have a lot of work to do if they're going to get back into this.
It's the speed of the ball at the breakdown from the French team at the moment. Good decision making, having players in motion, in support, and they shift the ball quickly. Nice inside ball to Cast. And Australia, their defence is just spread. Nice last pass, but this lady, see the way she changed her line from outside and went through their hole.
And once again, that pass coming from Amadei. It's not just her kicking, it's also her passing that is making things happen for this French team. Every single try has been scored down in that left-hand corner here in Dublin for the French today.
No holding. Yep.
And you can see there's a bit of a breeze out on the park at the moment. As Izzar, having scored her try, says, I don't need a break. I'll help you out with the ball, my good friend. Oh, the right boot there of Amadei, and that's good.
Thank you, Kevin.
So Amadei gets the conversion, and Izzar gets the try. France looking confident here in Pool C. They have a commanding lead of Australia. Well, Australia, of course, they had those fixtures down in New Zealand against the Kiwis, the Canadians and the English. They lost them all, but they said how much they'd learnt from them. They had such a tight match in that first fixture against the Irish. Only losing by 2 points. But it looks at the moment that the French are definitely making their mark on this. Nice one-handed pass back there by Poublin, just showing off her skills. Love a bit of basketball stuff. Rivelaine. Oh, what a hit there going in on Poublin. She doesn't need any rest though. She carries on. Didn't hurt at all, she says. Play on. This is physical. Drouin. Amadei absolutely disrupted. That's loose on the ground. It's gone forward from France. Australia just can't get that ball quickly.
Hold, last feet.
Campbell had to do a little bit there of a mopping up work.
Last feet. Yep.
Barker's now available, but Butler can't hold on to the ball.
No advantage.
And France get it back again.
First knock on.
Well, no advantage here for the Australians, so they're going to get the feed into the scrum. But it's come down to the fence, and Australia needed some. And Murphy, watch you here, the left winger. Get that in ya! Nothing wrong with that.
It has been super tough out there. These women will be feeling it tomorrow morning. They've got all the ice baths and everything here to go in Dublin, and both sides going to need it.
Well, the thing is, you spoke about the regularity of the French team playing in the Six Nations with this Australian 15-a-side program. Doesn't get much traction back at home. All of it goes to the 7-a-side. They won the gold medal for the Olympics, but this 15-a-side program needs some support because they have shown already they've got some girls that can play, that can threaten on the world stage, and they just need some sponsorship, they need some backing to give them opportunity.
It is incredible when you think how Australia have turned around this team basically in just 6 weeks. 6 weeks they've been together, and they're already putting in these kind of performances. Sometimes the world rankings will slightly fool you, with Australia being 6th in the world. They just don't get that many tests.
Set. Steady.
Look at that front row bending. Wow, they've been turned inside and out. That was powerful by the French. And you feel some of the Aussies there in the front row just slowly getting up after that. Look how pumped the French are.
Well, it's the game within the game, isn't it? You see there, the forwards are tight 5, sending another message just to their opposite. Get that in you, she says.
Wallaroos, they've really turned inside and out. The ball goes flying out on that far side channel, and it'll be another French lineup. You do feel that with the power of that French pack and with the backs finishing as well as they are, this is a lethal combo.
You just see the straight backs of that front row from the French team there. Just the power that they use all together. That's brilliant.
Caroline Thomas. Clean take by Mayans. Rivelaine finds Drouin. Ndaye. Big run here by Ndaye with her dreadlocks flying out the back of her scrum cap. Nice to see hands on the ball there by Folani. She was a real super sub in that first match. Ndaye again. Rivelaine, Drouin. Nice little work inside again. French skip for this, Poublin. Taking a lot of ball. Drouin, nice miss pass. It's Shannon Izard. This time she is well marshalled by Australian players. Take that, says Shani Williams. There's no one there for France. Mayans goes into contact. Lovely long passing here by the French. It's gorgeous to watch. Not quite to hand there, but still across the field in just 2 or 3 passes. Great ruck work there, so precise, exact, no mistakes.
First arrival.
France never seem to be isolated. They've always got players there. The forwards are trucking on now.
That for me, please. Last feet here.
Rivelaine. Drouin again. You feel something building here. Amadei thinks she can see a little bit of daylight there through that Australian defence. Rivelaine again. Oh, comes back inside. Australian French not being fooled there by Ménager. It's loose. Referee says it's anyone's. It comes up on the French side though. Drouin again. Such good distribution, and it goes again. The Australian defensive line are sucking everything the French throw at them, but in the end it's the penalty. It's taken quickly by Folani. Folani still going. Folani! She does touch it down, but will the referee give it?
Kevin?
Yes, Amy?
Try, no try.
Try, no
there we
try.
go. She took it quickly. Folani.
JD Beer,
I think it looked all right.
From the penalty.
You could just see, just on the back end of it, she had her back turned. I thought it was okay. Folani lowers the shoulder, aware of where the try line is, and right there.
Amy, I have a decision.
I think that's a pretty easy decision.
You may award the try.
Thank you, Kevin.
Try number 4 for France. That scoreboard is looking very healthy if you're a French rugby fan. 22-0 they're now up. This is where the penalty came. And then quick as a button, off goes Folani. And the Australians just couldn't contain her.
You can see they'll never back the 10 anyway, the Australians. They need to go back the line. Folani realised that situation. Very tough for a defence to go back and then come forward when you've got such a big unit running at you. been very impressed. This has been relentless so far from this French team.
Again, nice more support coming in from Izar there. Just making sure that ball doesn't go over in the wind. Easy, says Amadei. 24-0. Australia have got to find something in the back pocket, Kaltanana.
Yes, indeed. They need to be the next to score. They're going to have any chance in this game. You just feel sorry. They need something before the half as well, just for their own confidence. Try and get some ball keep. A little bit more accurate, this French team, though, at the moment. Just have got all the confidence in the world.
Australia have also got to be a bit careful of the penalty count. 4 for them, 2 for France. Picked up again by Duval, who seems to be the go-to player at the moment from the restarts. And Daye. Plays a rugby down at Montpellier. Also used to play a bit of basketball, Montpellier. Safi and Day. Amadei. Rivalen. Nice bit of forward play as our try scorer, Fulani. Drouin, oh, she saw the space, she's well supported as well. Taken on now by Nason. It's Izar once again. The French always have someone on their shoulder. Eventually it's lost forward by Corson. But France, the support they have for each other is incredible.
French rugby to the fore, isn't it? Using their ball skills to great effect. I've been impressed by Caroline Drouin so far in this match. She was good in game day 1, and she's just really taken this team on her shoulders for a young player. Very impressed. Here she is here, the 10. Uses the dummy, and then the timing of the pass was absolutely brilliant to Nason, the outside centre. A little bit behind Izar, so she had to stop, but Corson running a nice line. Try to give it, try to pull it back. Little knock on.
Clean up the discipline, okay?
We watched this French
tackle,
side when they took on Japan, as you just saw.
It's going to be a good contest between you guys, okay?
So confirmation there that France have scored a bonus point, a try-bonus point in this match, and if they did go on to win it, there they are, sitting very pretty at the top of Pool C with a match against Ireland in that final fixture on Thursday still to come.
Still a long way to go in this game for sure, no doubt about that. Aussie night out of it, but I think this French team just sending a bit of a message. They didn't come into this tournament with too much chat, but skills like this and tries like this, I think they are a threat for this title for sure.
Well, the France World Cup story is one of huge frustration. They have finished third 5 times. 5 times, never made a World Cup final. They want it badly, badly.
And the team play that they're doing at the moment, you have to put $5 on them for sure. Izar's been outstanding. Obviously, she's got 3 tries, but she's been on the end of some very good work from the forwards, laying the platform. The backs have been brilliant as well.
I'll give you space if you don't mind.
Do a bit of conversion there. So $5 New Zealand for you would be about £15 for me. And we're in Ireland where it's euros, so that's about £20. That's a lot of money, Kaltanana.
Briggs it, remember? You guys are gone.
Please no one correct me on my maths, by the way. Mental currency. Not good, as Ndaye thinks she can take it quickly as the referee calls her back.
She's getting a lot of help from the Aussie forward pack. A bit of frustration, I think, at the moment, just shown by the Wallaroos.
I believe the whistle before that. What happened is you scrum half lost the ball. Okay, so we're going to reset.
Well, there. Shannon Parry there for Australia, doing what a good captain should do. Keep the conversation flowing with the referee. Make sure she understands everything that's going on, because Australia really need the referee on side here. This is an Australian put-in, and France will be licking their chops at this prospect. Ball comes in from Barker. There's that push. Australia just managed to hold on to it, and Barker manages to just suck up the ball in her arms. Nice popped off. Round the corner goes Butler. Good support once again, and keeping it tight in the forwards here, Australia.
Taken back.
Pomare. She scudders the ball up the park, but all she manages to find is some very confident French backs. Amadei, she's thrown down to the earth. Nice tackle coming in by Millie Boyle. Nason. Rivalen. Ndaye. She's having to take some difficult ball in Ndaye, but her handling is fantastic. Mayon. Ari Cast. Out to the far side. Poublon with the hack on. She's chasing her own ball. Was she held back? She's appealing. She's unhappy. But it's picked up once again. Referee says play on. It's loose. Anyone's. Riveraine. Comes back to Drouin. Oh, pass to no one. Courson goes back.
Play on, knee.
Just that ever so slight fluidity, just ever so slightly jarred there by the French. Hacked on by Drouin, but she just finds a connection with Australia. And it's Riordan who manages to find the ball. A little bit of respite here for Australia. They really need to try and clear this away. French so dangerous when they have the ball in this position. Pomare, she does find the safety of touch, and finally Australia breathe.
Yeah, the last couple of kicks, though, unfortunately from Pomare, haven't been the best. A little chip before, and it was a good clean-up by Azar, just handing the ball over, and then that kick not very good on the clearance. But what I really admired is the way the French put the ball into space. They always have support players in and around the ball after they pass, and it's been a real feature of their game so far.
Closing in on half-time. Can France make another dent on the scoreboard, or can Australia finally get off the mark? Riveraine just gets her fingertips onto that ball. Drouin manages to go back on the loop, keeps that ball moving for the French. Naisson.
Last. Advantage offside goal.
Once again, Mayons. Blindside flank has been very busy in open play. Poublin manages to find a hat-trick try scorer, Izar. Poublin again. She's got players outside her. She tries to throw the dummy, but Shannon Parry says, I do not think so.
Release goal.
Samar. She's just making her presence felt, but it's still French ball. Drouin. The young fly half getting herself in a real pickle there with a lot of Australians. Oh, there was a little bit of a hole there. France just couldn't quite get through it. Back it goes again, out to the far side. And what one wing can do, well, I can do better, says Chloe Pell. Having watched her opposite number go over 3 times, it's now Lille's Chloe Pell who gets her first score of the match.
Well, it's just wave after wave after wave at the moment from this French team, showing a lot of effort on attack. They go the same way. Nice little bit of interplay between backs and forwards from Falani onto wing, and the emphatic put down by Chloe Pell. That is nice to watch. Big second row coming into first receiver around the corner, giving it to her back.
It was Katrina Barker there who was hanging off Chloe Pell's body, knowing she couldn't do anything about it. Oh, look at those faces. There's concern there, worry in the Australia camp. Can they find any answers when they find the safety of the changing room at half-time? Big team talk coming, no doubt, from Paul Varel, the Australian coach.
Yeah, we will still re-kick probably. Yep.
To be honest, Sarah, they haven't really fired a shot in attack. The Australians just had to make too many tackles in this first half. They've been able to get out of their own 50-metre line for a very long time. 69 tackles in one half of rugby. There's too many.
Well, no conversion there for the French, but the scoreboard still looking very healthy in their favour.
Just like the way, see the low numbers are coming in and around the corner, being options if they are pulled up, then they've got support players there. Very good team play from this French team, and very impressive.
Well, we've got enough time here for the restart. Pomare has the ball. Comes down the park. Taken cleanly by Izar. Will France want to play this, or will they say, we've done enough for this half, let's get it off the park. We don't need to see any more right now. Drouin managed to get the ball back. She has seen enough. Pumps it high into the air, and that one does land safely out of the park. And it's a 5-try performance here for the French, as they lead very convincingly here after the first 40, 29 points to Australia's 0. Well, there we go. Then just making their way into the changing rooms. Carlton Arnold, what would you say to Australia at half-time?
Well, I think they just need to get ball in hand. They need to slow it down. They need to get their runners running at the number 10 rather than close. But they need to score first. That's the main thing.
There you go. Lots to be said in the changing rooms. France, though, will be the far happier of the two. France 29, Australia 0.
So, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome our two final teams onto the pitch here.
Get out of there. Taking up space. Lay on. Taking up space. Lay on. Get out of there. Taking up space. Lay on. Space.
Still 40 minutes of rugby to go here on day 2 of the Women's Rugby World Cup 2017. And it's another 40 minutes of Pool C between France and Australia, and France have a commanding 29-0 lead. Right then, let's see what the tale of that first half was. Carlton Arna alongside us. What stands out for you?
Well, firstly, the carries, 89 for the French team. They've been very, very positive. What that's led on to is 395 metres in favour of them. They've forced Australia into 70 tackles, and Australia have missed 19 of them. So that'll come, hopefully, for France, make this team, Australia, a bit tight on the back end of this game.
Have Australia found any answers in the break? They're going to be receiving the ball. Drouin then gets us back underway in this second half then in Pool C between France and Australia. And already France have that advantage. An early mistake there from the Australians. Oh, the frustration on their faces.
Molly Gray was in the hole. She was under duress from this kickoff, but she did extremely well. Watch her here, eyes for the ball only. The number 6 goes up, collects it brilliantly, and she saw a bit of space. That's the frustration. They can't have these mistakes.
Well, it's just starting to get a little bit chilly here in Dublin this evening. There might be a little bit of dew on the ground as well. And that means the ball might be slightly slippery.
Set.
Floodlights are on here on the UCD Bowl. We are, of course, on the University College Dublin campus. Very famous university in Ireland.
Support your body weight?
Many famous former alumni. Over 30,000 students. But at the moment, it's the home of the Women's Rugby World Cup.
Bind.
This French scrum,
Set.
very powerful in the first half. They had to control their power. They were warned a couple of times by the referee to make sure they were going straight and true.
Stay seven, stay
And there's that big, big force of a pack. Oh, good ground there made by the French. Drouin. She keeps on breaking through that line. Poublin manages to find the fast feet of Pell.
Release Gold.
Real scrap going on the floor. Referee doesn't like it. Taken quickly by France. Poublin pop back inside to Ndaye. Rivalen. Drouin. Oh, what a take, but what a hit as well from Australia, who managed to win back the ball. Superb defence, bruising, brutal.
No advantage.
Yeah, Shani Williams it was too, coming from outside in. They needed it, did Australia. She times it beautifully. Watch her here. Crack right underneath the ribs on Menage, who's a strong runner. Didn't Australia need that reprieve?
They really did. Only a couple of minutes into this second half. In such a tricky situation. And we can confirm that Caroline Thomas has gone off the field of play, and that means France's regular captain, Gaëlle Mignon, is on the field of play. Also in the front row, we can see Traore is there packing down as well.
Bind. Set. Steady.
So, Kerry Karaburu, who's on. Ball placed backwards by Treherne. Barker. Australia there lost the ball again. There's a lot of ball being carried at the moment by the Australian tight head, Samar.
For me, Sarah, they're going into the teeth of this French defence. They need to get a bit wider, run it Drouin, run it the smaller players, force them at the tackling, make them tired. I think at the moment they're running into one of the strengths of the French team, and it's not working.
Okay.
Well, there are pockets of fans all the way around, and we're having a little bit of a chorus of the French national anthem going at the moment.
Crouch.
I think it's the Australians that need a little bit of inspiration at the moment.
Bind. Set.
That one straight down on the floor. A penalty to France.
Second time.
And just a little bit there of instruction to Safi Ndaye. No, let's just wait, let's just have a think, let's not force things.
Just settling down. See, there's a second time that was collapsing. On the Australian front row, that's a bit rough. South. They're going for the jugular, aren't they, this French team?
I feel a maul coming. What do you feel, Carl Tanana? I can feel it in my waters. There's a maul.
Don't let your jumpers jump early, okay?
Well, that's
Wait for
been
the
one
ball.
of their strengths, hasn't it?
Here we
Time more from here, 5 metres out. Tough to stop, you can execute.
Gaëlle Mignon, superstar in France, and here it comes. She joins in at the back. She's saying, give me that ball and let's work this, let's move this, let's get it going. Mignon has it. She's got it tucked right under that right armpit, and it's moving, still in the right direction. Comes out in the end to Riverland. Riverland gets the pop off, and it's Pell in the corner. The maul did enough to release Pell, and France are scoring again.
That's good recognition, though, from the number 9, Riverland. Just to see that the maul had creeped to the left-hand side a little bit. It opened up the blind side. Fulani was the one that takes it initially. And then Mignon at the base. You can see it going to the left. Australia committed all their numbers in. It opened up the blind side where Powell will get her double.
That was great from Riverland. Just look how she trips there over her own feet. Still gets that pass away. Great stuff by the French scrum half. But Pell there with the finish. 27 years old. Made her debut back in 2011.
Sorry. Yeah.
More changes going in for France. Drouot has made her way off, and when we restart, Abadé will be on.
And this French side, we've got to remember too, Sarah, come into this game with 8 changes from their first game. So all the squad members getting a good run in some high-intensity games. Good for them going forward, that's for sure, for their last game in this pool.
Amadei just composing herself, clearing her mind of all thoughts. That one to the right-hand side of the uprights, though. She's had a strong game, though, today.
9 and 10 for France have been outstanding. Young combination, Riverland, Powell's got a double. And on the end of some good work, 5 tries for the wingers so far in this game.
Katrina Barker. That's it quite deep into the French territory. Manages to find his arc. Amadei. Poublin can't quite connect, and it bobbles out on the far side. A little bit of miscommunication there between the French players. No dramas, they're saying. But a chance here for Australia, and it's chances like this they have got to make count.
More space.
Well, that's the thing, they have to be accurate at line out time. French team here just overrunning it, unfortunately. Powell losing the handle.
Australia just don't want to have to feed off scraps, though. They want to make their own luck.
Stay in the 50.
Tight up the front. Butler, nice put down. Goes back down the line. Riordan, considering she didn't start the last match, she has been a standout. She's been a strong runner in that Wallaroo back line. Butler again. Back once again. Oh, big hit there going on Patou.
Last piece. Step back.
Lost quite a few meters. Hamilton.
Leave it now, Blue.
France absolutely smothering the ball when they can. Gray.
Tackle only.
Barker again. She did look like she was going to go herself.
Rock.
Didn't
Last.
quite
Step back.
sell
Step
that
back.
move as much as she could have done. France just came in and picked up straight away. But a chance here for Australia.
Captain,
even if they just kick, they get something on the board.
I think there's better hole running from this Australian team. They're a little bit wider and they'll be able to get over the advantage line.
Penalties there.
I think that's where
You've
their
got the
strength is, and also the offloads. Getting those going too.
Well, Australia have decided that they're going to kick for the touch. That was within easy kicking range.
34-0. I think they already know the script. They have to go up in 7s.
Go big.
That's it.
Go big or go home.
Open more. Open.
Australia with the ball. 5 meters out. This is their
Okay,
best
when you come on,
platform they
stay in
have
there,
had
okay?
all evening. And they need to do something here. Campbell gets it in. Oh, what a steal by France. They read that one beautifully.
No influence.
And it's the maul again. It's so fluid.
Advantage.
Moves so well. Comes back away now. Abadi involved. Oh, almost an interception. The referee had already blown.
She said it's a forward pass by France, so wouldn't you play advantage there?
Collapsing the maul.
She's coming back for a penalty.
Oh, okay.
We'll let her off. Good refereeing.
Collapsing the maul is the call.
We thought the fingertips there of Australia were just going to get them back in the match, but no. Comes out on this near side, and it will be a French line out.
In the setup in your previous line, you had 3 players
That's the
that
right
dropped
call
out,
there.
okay?
Collapsing the ball
Stay
from
in the line.
Australia.
Well, they're not the first country who've struggled with France at the maul. They really are experts at it. It's something that England really had to work on, because whenever they came up against France in the Six Nations, they had all kinds of problems. Change here for Australia. We know that Gray has now gone off.
Time back on.
Coming on is Hewitt. Beautiful lineup again. France. Abadi manages to feed. Poisson. Abadi once again. Oh, no one can touch her. She's still going, Abadi. She's got players with her, but it's lost, and Australia have it.
Play on, no influence.
Anyone's ball, put a name on it, take it, it's yours, and it bobbles out on the far side.
They're very loose.
Hands to the ruck.
Both
I need
teams
you up on
there,
your feet.
MOD trying to get that pass away. A good tracking back, you'd have to say, from Australia. Here's the initial break up the middle of the park from Abadi. Goes to the left, just there, timely tapped out from Masters, I think it was, doing some great work getting back.
You know the law, ask me the question.
I'm asking you.
Don't leave.
Well, Trahan managed to get one out on the far side. Don't forget, if you want to find out more about the Women's Rugby World Cup, go to rwcwomen's.com. You can get all the scores, all the news. And if you want to get involved in the conversation as well, it's hashtag WRWC2017. You can also use the hashtag BringIt.
Time back on.
They are having a great time out there, just confirming that change. Manon Andre is on, and Lénage Poisson is off. Poisson had a very good game. She had a very good game as well in their opener against Japan. Oh, another good break there by Riordan. She's really made the most of her start. Barker. Push backwards, not over the gain line. Nice little bit of footwork here. We haven't seen a lot of Mahalia Murphy. She scored a try against Ireland. She's been silenced virtually entirely in this match. All popped off and away. Australia tangle there of Grace Hamilton. Fulani was desperately trying to hold her up. Nice running line. It's better from Australia. Barker looks up. Butler. Lots of phases being thrown together now. Komare.
First arrival.
Good work coming in there by Hewitt. Barker looks for more forward power. Comes through Boyle this time. Oh, that is a loose pass. Oh, Australia, they just couldn't connect. It was just a metre too much. It's lost. It's in French hands, but it has been knocked on.
By Gold first.
And the referee's going to tidy this one up.
Yeah, just dipped there.
Sub 12
In
gold.
front of Masters. They're just trying to get it wide was Liz Patu. The defence was up to it, and then unfortunately just a little knock on there from Australia.
Savao is now going to be coming on as Shani Williams makes her way off
Time
the
back on.
pitch.
She's left it out there, that's for sure. Shani Williams, the vice captain, giving everything.
You can see how she's walking off the park. She has given every ounce of what she had. Look at the wind, it's really picking up around here, around the GC Dubois pitch.
Bind.
Calm composure of those French players. They're ready to go. They are not blowing. They want to go again. The French team,
Both teams support your body weight stable on my
did
set,
have a
okay?
little bit of a training camp.
I'm going to get you closer now, okay? Closer.
Which is very nice. That was ahead of the Six Nations. They also had a little bit of a visit from the French president, Bernard Laporte, who is a big fan of women's rugby. He really wants to grow it in France.
Crouch.
Remember, 2.5 million people tuned in at 2014 World Cup
Set.
to watch their semi-final against Canada. Can they go one better in 2017? Oh, that was a great attempt there by Australia to really slow down that French ball at the back of the pack. And Daye takes it on herself. She thought she wanted support, but tell you what, I'll do this job. Rivelaine. Abadi. A little bit of a kick to nothing, not quite enough communication there to pull that one off. Thrown again, Campbell. Oh, big hits going in. It's just slow ball though for Australia. France is able to read this so well as it's not quick. Strong defensive line, holding. Hamilton is high, she is flying, and they are told France, put her down. Barker. Pomare just trying to figure out if there is a way through this French line. No Australian answers just yet. Barker. Butler. Penalty.
16 must roll.
And lying on the wrong side for France.
16
They just need
must
some
roll.
variation in the attack, don't they, the Australian team? Even if they give it to the forward runners and have a little behind ball, draw on the defenders of France, get that ball out of there and shift it. They had an opportunity earlier to do that, even have some front runners. Get players in motion, call some deception.
Something's certainly got to change for Australia. This could be a very long second half for them, and a bruising one as well. Remember, they've still got another pool match to come on Thursday. Barker contorting her body to get every single centimetre they can. Big, big running there, coming on by Salvao, who came on earlier for Williams. Pomare. Just trying to see if she can hand off there. Australia holding on to the ball, just unable to really get through and do anything with it still. 11 players in the Australian squad actually won their first caps for their country when they went on the tour to New Zealand. Alicia Hewitt, Queensland forward. Another little run round the corner. Good phases being strung together here. Can Australia make all of this time and territory count for something though? The only score that matters is the one in the top left-hand corner of the screen. Barker switches back direction. Treherne is there. Oh, the run there was timed there by Sarah Rawdon, but she just couldn't get the timing and the communication to make it work. France with the ball once again, and Australia don't even have time to scratch their heads because it's back in that defensive line, and the bruising French attacks come once again.
No hands, no hands, no hands.
Well, you can't say they weren't
No
warned there.
advantage for the knock-on. Ruck was formed, okay?
Alicia Hewitt coming on and trying to make an impact, trying to make something happen.
So
Australian forwards finally get
1
some
and
go
10,
forward, and then they try to go
15
wide.
blue.
The French had numbers, and a lot of them
15
too, as
blue.
reinforcements come on.
So
Couple of changes for Australia. Coming off the field of play is Pato. Also coming
It's a
off is Pomare.
subs complete.
Coming on for them.
It's a scrum.
We get to see Nagaha come on. Also get to first chance to look at Hake. Also got a change there for France as Montserrat Amadei has made her way off. And Racino is on. And that Australian bench looks like a lonely place right now.
They need some impact, and Hake on jersey 21 coming into that standoff role, replacing Tomare. Yaha will go into the forward pack.
Tomare did look hugely confident in that first match, but it's been these women, the French women, who have silenced that Australian back line.
She didn't get a real opportunity in this game, Tomare, because
Thank you.
the platform was going backwards. It was under pressure, this forward pack from Australia right from the get-go. The French team right from the start just haven't let them breathe whatsoever.
Inside.
Wow, the possession for Australia and the carries just not being turned into anything.
Yeah, a lot of that's been went off running. Easy for the French defence to be able to absorb. And it's good for them too. Good comeback in the second 40 minutes. Only one try to the good are the French. So the Australians, it's a little bit of a win in that sense. They've really stemmed the tide from the first half. You can't fault their rep for this for sure, this Wallaroos team.
Well, France and Australia have met at the last 3 World Cups.
We're right, just a bit excited.
And France, they are the 2016 Six Nations champions, or they finished 3rd in the last tournament. Just a reminder that this is Pool C as it stands. France top of the shop. And if it carries on like this, we could be heading to a winner-takes-all clash with Ireland on Thursday.
Bind. Stay up. Set.
Everyone's recharged
Collapsing.
and ready to go with a French penalty.
Collapsing.
They just look so assured, don't they, this French team at the moment? You just feel they were waiting for this Australian team to put some pressure on, so they just absorbed it. Wasn't set, and they got the easy penalty.
Do you also feel the French have raised the bar since their last match with Japan? They've improved?
Oh, 100%. 100%. They knew this Australian team after their first step would come into this matchup with real confidence, but they snuffed that out straight away with their game plan, with their big ball runners on the edge, and now they've changed it back into their forward play and getting it back to what they do best.
Gail Mignon waits to get the ball and playing at her 3rd Rugby World Cup. Loose at the back, Australia managed to gather. Campbell has it. Barker. Good support comes in. Boyle. Barker again. Little bit of confusion there. It's not what Australia want. They lose a lot of ground. Nice little dink through, comes through Hake. Taken though in the air by Azar. River Len, who's played a lot of rugby. She played nearly the whole match in the opener against Japan, and she's still going strong here against the Australians. Interesting to see how all the teams try and rotate their teams here at the Rugby World Cup, playing so many matches in just a short space of time. Back down the French line we come. Big striding run there, coming in from the back row. It's Ménager. Oh, she's still going. She's going the whole way. She doesn't need any help. She's over. What a run by Ménager. Solo effort, showed the shoulder, went straight through.
For me, Sarah, this girl on day 1 and day 2 has been one of the best loose forwards in the competition so far. Ménager, she was damaging with her runs on the edge in the first 40 minutes, and she shows again why she is so good of a ball runner. See, there are 3 defenders from Australia and they don't commit, and she finishes this from deep. From a loose forward to be able to run 60 metres, 20 of that was a crossfield, and then she straightens up right there. Look at the gas go on. It is very, very impressive.
She's an open side that's caused a lot of problems and is causing a lot of damage. And happy to go and find work. Hanging out there on the wing. Happy to do the job.
Yeah, but she doesn't shirk her core responsibilities in the loose. She's very tough. She's been good on defence. Hasn't missed many tackles. And she knows how to read the play. She's just one of those players, and she knows when to be in a particular position.
The ball just bobbled over there, so Aberdeen hadn't started her run up, so she is able to reset it. There hasn't really been any help for her to try and make sure it stays in place. We said there is a little bit of wind whipping around the pitch. Aberdeen, right boot. Beauty. That could have threaded the needle.
Australia were actually defending with a short line. They tried to jockey across get defenders in there, but they overchase, and Menage realise that. Little right foot step shows a clean pair of heels.
Our French fans, they came to the right match today. Another change for the French just happened. Traore is now on. And Lise Aricast has made her way off the field. 18 minutes then for Australia to find a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of confidence. Safi Ndaye, oh, just shrugging off Australians.
Advantage.
Get off me, she
Penalty
said.
only or more? Keep the mark for me,
Here's our
JD.
try scorer, Menage. Not supported, but referee not happy there.
What number was
That
that
was a
again,
late
JD?
shot, I think, from Australia. I'm not sure the player.
Number 9,
Number
late
9.
tackle. Is this the mark?
We haven't seen any cards so far in this match. A few
Penalty.
warnings for both sides for
Late
different
tackle.
things. You quite liked Safi Ndaye's hairstyle, didn't you, Carl?
Oh, brilliant.
I'm still trying to get hold of that French hairdresser's phone number for you. Get some colour in yours.
Let's do it. Yeah, I've got the white sorted.
I'll work on it. I'm there for you, buddy.
Time off.
Grey in my case.
Kevin.
What a day.
Okay.
They've had to wait all day, the fans, for
Okay.
this fixture. Boy, has it been worth it if you're French. Shannon Parry there,
We're just going to have a look at their last tackle that we awarded the
just
penalty for.
waiting.
Just got to check from the TMO, okay?
having a look, find out what's going on, and we are just going to go and have a little check with the television match official about
just
that
stand by, Amy.
tackle. And I think we can tell they're by the line, Judge.
Yeah, just a gesture of a tipping tackle. That's why we've come
Okay,
back
it's
for
coming
it.
up now.
Right there in the lift.
Okay, well,
I need it slower.
just getting confirmation of which tackle it is they want to look at.
Okay, Amy, I can't get it yet. Just hang on a minute.
Katrina Barker's the one from Australia in question now. She's past the 90 if it is. So she's in a bit of trouble, Barker.
Well, she's stood there, just puffs out her cheek slightly, the New
Coming,
South
Amy.
Wales scrum
Here it comes
half.
now.
She's resigned
Waits
to the
to find
fact.
out. That's it there on the right-hand side of your screen. She's lifted
She's on the bubble there.
and dropped.
Yeah, she's on the bubble.
Sorry, just give us some space.
Amy, I'm going to replay that angle.
So don't follow the ball when you watch this. You're watching the right-hand side of your screen. The Australian number 9. That is what the
Okay, Amy, that is the best angle.
officials are
Okay.
looking at.
There was a clear lifting action by Gold 9, lifting one leg past the horizontal.
Okay.
The player then lands heavily on the ground.
Okay, are you recommending a yellow card?
Yes, I am. I would recommend a yellow card.
Okay. Is it clear and obvious that she goes past the 90? And it's a lift tackle with force to the ground. Yellow card. Happy with that. Okay. Number 9.
Well, there we
Just one
go. We were only saying we hadn't had any cards in this match, and it looks like Katrina Barker is about to spend 10 minutes in the bin.
If we can just get a little bit of space. Thank you. Thank
French
you.
players just push
This is going to
backwards.
be a one-way conversation, unfortunately. Okay, you've lifted it past the 90 with force into the ground. Okay, you're going off.
Off goes Katrina Barker, and Australia going to have to try and work out the next 10 minutes with just 14 women on the field of play.
Okay.
She just puts her arm out, apologises to her
subs.
teammates who have got a
Okay.
tricky enough night as it is, and it's just been made a bit harder.
Yeah, she knows. She's put her team under
Sub.
pressure, unfortunately.
Goal
Katrina Barker.
5.
She had a good game, the number 9 for Australia. A very tough effort.
Sub.
As more substitutes
5
come
and
on for the
14.
Wallaroos.
We're going back.
Good strong decisions by the refereeing team,
7 blue
making sure everything
Sub.
stays nice and safe.
and
The change
12.
there for Australia. Cloth is
12.
on, Boyle is coming off.
Number 12. Number 12. Thank you. So Kevin, just make it clear for me.
Lana
We're
just
going
making
back
her way
to
off
the
the
mark
park
over
for the
there. We're going to
French.
play this line out here.
Coming on in her place, Lada Nu. Lada Nu scored a hat-trick against Japan.
Okay.
And also another change there for Australia.
The penalty is back over here,
now
okay?
on, and it's Masters who's made her way off.
Thank you.
So we're going to come back now for the restart.
Good here, Kevin.
So that last change for France, Ménager
It's a penalty.
is now off.
I'll give you
She's had a
time.
very good day. And in her place now
I'll give you
is
time. This is
Anna-Marie.
for the yellow card. So you're going back 10?
There she is on your screen
Going
there.
back 10?
Audrey
Going back 10. No, he came in before the
Abadi
line off was
also
kicked.
making her presence known, but it's Juliana you
tackle.
just saw there. Ball goes out then, and it goes over the roof of the far stand.
Open.
It's dangerous when you're playing on a player like Lada Nu. She got player of the match against Japan. She's got 17 minutes to try and cause some more damage. Nice work there. Safi and Dai there, just getting involved in the backs moves. Treherne there, unable to hold on to the ball. Real mess. Someone needs to put a name on it. Own it. Fulani, oh, big hit going in there on Anna-Marie. Welcome to the World Cup today, Julie Anna-Marie. Ball pops back, this time taken on by Abadi. Onth. Rivelaine. Ooh.
Knock on blue.
There was also a fall there by Rivelaine that I think the referee is also going to go and have a look at, and it was on another French player.
Yes, Treherne, I think it was the fullback from Australia coming in and affecting the tackle.
Time is off. Kevin.
Okay, Amy, I have another off the ball tackle by yellow.
Okay.
Well, this is all about safety, and it's so important that the refereeing team get these decisions right, and that the right decisions are
Camera
made.
one.
So we're just waiting at the
Teeing it
moment
up now, Amy.
for
Okay.
our referee, Amy Barrett-Theron, who's had a very
It's
busy
gold
night of it,
15.
Okay.
to make this decision.
Penalty only. We're looking for.
So
Here
again,
it comes
just keep
now.
an eye on the right-hand
Off the ball.
side of your screen. And it was the tackle there by Samantha Treherne
Here it is now, Amy.
on Rivelaine.
Hidden from behind. Dropping the player to
Dropped
the
off, I
ground.
think.
Okay, for
It's
me,
fine,
Kevin, when I'm
isn't it?
seeing this late,
Just a tough tackle.
I don't know
Here's
if
the
there's
drop
enough
off.
force in that for me to
Hits
go
us
with
down,
the
so she's
card.
already
I'm
committed
going
to the
with
tackle. She
penalty
hasn't
only.
driven
Happy
her
with
or
that
anything. She hasn't
recommendation?
I
lifted
agree,
her.
penalty only. Gold
Thank you.
15. Right on the 5 metre line.
I think it's
Thank
maybe
you.
half a second too late. But
Captain. Go and off the ball tackle again. Okay. It's penalty only because of the lack of force, but I need you to speak to your players now. It needs to stop. Okay. You can have a chat to them.
So Shannon Parry just saying there, can I go and have a moment with my players? Let's have a
Penalty
chat.
only for blue.
Australia there, they're already down to 14. They've got a penalty against them. They would have been worried that they might have been going down to 13, but Samantha Treherne stays on the park, and France, they'll be licking their
And
chops
just
at this
off the ball.
position.
it's all about work-ons for them now going forward. Their last game against Ireland, so they want to get the throw right. They want to bring it down, and probably the rolling maul will be the option.
Look at that. 10 penalties for Australia. Wow.
Yeah, discipline has to be better than that, doesn't it?
Mignon. Ball comes in. Anna-Marie.
Use it once.
And there's the warning for the French, who love them all. Oh, look at the power. It's going, it's gone, and it's Mignon. The French captain who came on in the second half. She gets her try.
Well, it's their staple diet, isn't it? The French, the go-to, what they live on. There she is there. The captain, Mignon, goes to the back of this rolling maul, settles it first. It was a good initial stop from Australia, but they wheel to the left, and look at the happiness from the number 16.
I thought the French dart was red wine and cheese.
They
Not
don't
too
mind
bad
that as
at a
well.
try after a maul as well.
They just look like a very close unit, don't they, this French side? And they're playing like that, all facets.
Well, there she is, Gail Mignon. She's a real superstar over in France as well. All the sports fans know exactly who she is and what she's about. Abadi lines up her second attempt at goal. Oh, that went over a little bit of help there by the woodwork, but she's clean with the boot.
I like the way that they stay composed. It's a nice catch in the air. They waited till they were ready, then they just brought them down. They're already set, very tough to stop when it's operated like that.
France closing in on half a ton. We've also had another change for Australia. On now is Emily Robinson. And Ilsha Samar made her way off. Oh, it's the last thing Australia need is for the restart not to go right. It's just giving France better and better time on the ball to do more with it.
Scrum.
A very comfortable place to be, is it really, for poor old Barker, Australian scrum half? But you're right, Sarah, it's just compounding things, isn't it? Look at the great attacking position for this French team. Options both ways.
Well, France coming into this World Cup, they did have a few disappointments because Jessie Tremoulier was unable to recover from injury. She was one of their go-to players in the back. It was Camille Grassineau who was drafted in. She was a name that actually a lot of people were surprised didn't actually make the original squad anyway. It was thought she might have been carrying a bit of a knock, and that was why she didn't make the initial cut. She's in as well. And it was Grassineau, of course, who scored the first ever try in Olympic sevens. That's not a bad stat to note at the pub quiz.
Steady.
Worth remembering. So here's that heave. Still straight. Another pickup by Ndaye. Just showing there she's still got the hands. Abadi. Anari. So much ground there. Mignon.
No hands, Gold.
Beautiful placement backwards there by Mignon, who was totally on her own. Australia warned and warned and warned again.
First, then you played the ball.
And it's the French penalty.
Support your body weight, 15 goal.
Great work by Mignon there, really realising where their breakdown was going to be. Went straight down and set it up nicely, as you see, with a nice long place. Dusty pass from the halfback. You see there, that's where it is. They have numbers there quickly.
Australian discipline is what has really let them down, especially in this second half. Anari pops it down cleanly. Ndaye. They're trying to hold her up. That's quite a tough ask. She might have lost that forward though. She has, and look at the happiness and the cheers and the slaps on the back for Australia just from a French knock-on, but they forced it and they need to feed off anything they can get here.
Well, that's that well-known Aussie spirit, isn't it? They don't care about the score, still coming hard and coming with a vengeance. There's the nice shot by Claw there. The big number 19 going to work and just forcing the knock-on right there.
Crouch.
Well, we're having to see at the moment Hake
Bind.
doing all the scrum half duties here with Barker still in the bin at the moment. Still got another 3 minutes to get through Australia, down to 14.
Listen to the call. Support your body weight, okay? You're all right.
Not too much lost in translation
About
there.
10 minutes. Let's enjoy
Doing
this last
pretty
bit,
well.
okay? Let's get it right.
We've had a fantastic
Crouch.
day of rugby here in Dublin today. Some wonderful, wonderful matches. Absolute cracker played out between Ireland and Japan earlier.
Keep it up.
Saw the host nation hold on, but they were 14-0 down at one point. Australia gather. Oh, look at those hits. They are cracking. Salvao. She manages to team up nicely. Loose ball, somehow it's French mitts that get back on it, and it's going to come back. Expect this to start flying. Can they get the pass away? Oh, wow. That is rucktastic.
No advantage, lost forward gold.
I tell you, there's been some shots put on in this game, that's for sure. Getting some outside in defence here from Australia. Ndaye, she's been brilliant, hasn't she? 15 carries, been heavily involved. beaten a couple of defenders, but the tackles made, that's where she's done the most damage, I think, during this game, the big number 8. We know how good she is in the offensive side of the ball. On this one, she's let her other back row partners, Menage, Mayans, do all the work in the open.
And Safian Daye, a lot of people look at her and they think all she's there to do is to truck that ball up. That is not the case. She's got such a big game plan. She can do nearly everything.
Very versatile player, isn't she? Adding different string to her bow. I think all great players have the ability to do that.
Crouch.
They work well, that back row trio for France.
Bind.
She only made her debut in 2012 and she's already racked up 54 caps. It's a good Australian scrum, but it's still come out on the French side. Riverlen, she's in a tangle of Australians, comes back up, manages to be flung out. It's going to be Pell who takes it on. Australians having to scramble here. Remember, there are a woman down. Riverlen, they need to get this quickly if they're going to exploit here, France. Have they got something special? No. Take it back round. Keep it tight on the inside, and it's advantage
Going
there.
forward, too many bodies on the ground.
Referee just tidying up there. Too many bodies, too messy. And they'll just reset. And the worrying thing is this will just suck in more players. It'll be even more difficult for Australia to defend this. We just got a little bit of a injury down on the ground at the moment. It's Mignon.
Really strong. If you stay
Just
straight,
having a little bit of treatment at the moment for her hand. And she's just wiggling away at her fingers there. The magic spray, which we always like to see. Did the magic spray ever help you? Look at those hits.
This is the magic water back in my day, but this is the physicality of this game. Both sides have been very, very willing in that aspect.
Time check for the yellow
Australia,
card, gentlemen.
they put some shots on, but also the French spell is none bigger than that. Oh, yeah. Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
It's wonderful stuff. And Australia, even though they have been up against it in the second half and in the first half as well, they haven't given up. They fought on. 122 carries for the French, but it's those meters made and that gain line success that has really bred this convincing performance.
Okay. Time back on.
So here's the platform again for France. And remember, 50 seconds on that bin means Australia have got to find something special here.
Set.
Down on this near side. Still plenty of time to reset though. In that front row.
I want your shoulders above your hips. Your shoulders above your hips.
Nice Traore in there as well. A long time Patricia Carey-Kaburu. She plays her rugby at long. She started playing back only when she was 19 years old.
Crouch.
Apparently,
Bind.
I've heard that Carey-Kaburu, who's playing on the tight head for France,
Set.
she has lucky
Steady.
underwear, never changes
Steady.
it. Let's just hope she washes it. Here comes that French push. It's still in there. Oh, warning from the referee, it was out. Well done, Australia. That got them out of trouble. France lose control of the ball, unable to keep it there tight in the scrum.
Back.
Butler. Hake. Comes in then in the end from Murphy. Australia, they're running this at the moment. You think they'd want to try and get it as far away as possible, but they're taking the hits at the moment. The time has gone on the bin and they can't get the extra woman on until that whistle goes. Penalty, they'll take that.
Nah, Sarah, you've got to have a nudge. Why not? They deserve some points out of this game. I think they might kick it down from here and try and release some pressure now as they get back up to their full complement.
Well, here comes Katrina Barker back onto the field. And I think her teammates will be happy to see her. There's Samantha Trahan. It's like toe poke on her style of kick. And we've got another change, and what a change it is as well, because this is Louise Burrows coming on for Australia. She got a phone call in the middle of the night to say, can she come out and play at this World Cup? And she comes on for Campbell.
All forgotten. Let's finish off strong.
Apparently she said yes, she would come out before she mentioned it to her husband.
So you would.
That's the right
Anytime you
answer.
get to play in New Jersey for your country, why not?
She just said, yeah, I'll come, count me in.
Yeah, stuff him.
I'll tell him in the morning.
That's right.
All comes in from Burrows. Her 4th World Cup. She was delighted to get that call. Big run coming in there by Nagaha. Passed out. This is better from Australia, using the backs well.
No, step back.
Popped off in the end by Hake. Still doing quite a bit of work at scrum half, although Barker is back on. Barker manages to find out forwards. It's Robinson. Oh,
No advantage.
again, a little bit messy there from Australia, but it's a penalty. And Carl, it is your time for your Aon player of the match.
Yeah, I think this young lady, in jersey number 7, Menage, she has been absolutely outstanding. What I've liked about it, she's scored a nice try, but she's done all the hard graft that an open side needs to be. She's done a lot in defence as well, been very, very strong there. She's been outstanding. This is her 60-metre try she scored out on the flank. She went across field and used her right foot to go through the hole, beating multiple defenders. Very, very impressive open side play by Menage.
Well, I think she's just got the news there. Slightly embarrassed, but what a smile and what a performance we've seen here from France. Good carries, good meters made. Good day at the office. Burrows, good clean line out up the front. Pass back down the Australian line. It's better rucking. Slow coming out though, not quite clean ball presentation. Barker can't quite get it away. Burrows again. Barker decides to switch direction. You can hear every hit out there on the park at the moment. The absolute smack of skin-on-skin tackling. Can Australia come away with anything on the scoreboard here? That's what they're asking themselves. No one wants to be bageled. Murphy manages to feed the ball again. Annery just picked up the ball there, but she definitely was in an offside position.
Yeah, never came back through the gate. And I tell you what, the bench from Australia really has made an impact in the second half. Played well.
Quick tap taken by Australia. Oh, nice to get a little bit of power and speed behind their attack.
Off the leg.
Referee happy that that's backwards. Off the leg, she said. Big blow on the whistle there. And the referee, she looks like she's going in her pocket.
Cynical play. That last one was close. This is definitely off for 10, okay?
There you go. It's the French captain, Gaëlle Mignon. Up to no good at the ruck, and she gets 10 minutes in the bin. She'll play no further part in this match.
Yeah, it was just concertina there. Misery wasn't it after NRE was cynical on the other side, and then back-to-back one, so gets a yellow card. Can Australia come up with something? It's a good touch find. No, it's not.
Oh, Australia. Traherne misses her touch again. That's the second time in this match where they've needed a touch badly, and it still doesn't come. Lost a good 20 metres as a result. Savao, she gets involved, taken on this time. Good running coming on since Robinson has been on the field. Advantage to France. Just nothing has gone Australia's way this evening.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. There was space in front of them. They moved it beautifully. Hake was the one that gave the pass to open up the space. You see Indaye just waiting for his defenders to come across. Just had a little look up. Unfortunately, got to take the ball first.
Thanks for that.
It's Tamiko there. Wanted to come on and make an impact off the bench. Unable to. Robinson has suddenly made her presence known since she's come off the bench for Australia.
Yellow card.
So Indaye, the number 8 will come off. They need a front row replacement for the scrum.
Yep.
Thank you.
So here we go. So this is because Gail Mignon is in the bin. So Ndiaye has to make way, and they have to bring back on Caroline Thomas, who probably thought she could have her feet up by now. Make her way back to her room, get an early ice bath, but no, still work to be done. Captain's in the bin.
Crouch! The game's
Really
nearly
is
up. I need to see
last
a
throw
shoulder,
of the
okay?
dice
Last
stuff.
people.
It's France with the ball. Will they just pump it straight out, or will they want to play with it? They've enjoyed their evening. Do they want it to continue?
They're looking set to run in the back line, so I'm sure they want to
Fine.
have one more opportunity to come away with some points. Just tell the coach I'm good to go for the next one.
Block is red. Rivelaine waits. Free kick to France. Calm is called there from France. The game is theirs. Is someone just saying, look,
It's a free
we've
kick.
done it.
Free kick.
Do we need to carry on? And they do. And now it goes out of play on the far side. France, what a performance this evening. They have been strong and they have managed to nil Australia. The final score in this Pool C clash is France 48, Australia nil. Carltonana, that was a ruthless performance by France.
I was really impressed the way they started the game. They came with a game plan, used their big ball runners on the edge of the field and really got Australia on the back foot right from the get-go. From there, they just couldn't recover, couldn't get their hands on the ball. Very impressive team play from this French unit tonight.
Disappointment for Australia. They can no longer make the semi-finals, of course, but it means we are heading in for a winner-takes-all clash between France and Ireland in Pool C now for a semi-final spot. It will be our final game on Thursday evening. The hosts against France. It promises to be a cracker. Well, Gail Mignon there just shaking the hands there of the Australian players who promised so much in their fixture against Ireland. We really thought Australia were here at this World Cup to mix things up, cause problems, but they just haven't turned up at all tonight.
Well, they weren't allowed to, Sarah, to be honest with this French team. Right from the get-go, just applied a lot of pressure, especially with their ball carries on Australia. As hard as they tried in defence, they just couldn't get their hands on the ball.
Well, we will be heading now to the pitch side as we hear from the French captain.
Well, Elodie, 2 wins from 2 and you're at the top of the table. Can you sum up the mood in the French camp?
Est-ce que tu peux résumer l'état d'esprit actuel de l'équipe de France après ces 2 victoires et la tête du groupe?
Mais là, on est très heureuse. Voilà, on a une grosse préparation, on a beaucoup galéré et compagnie. Et voilà, aujourd'hui, ça se voit. On est un groupe, on est soudés et on est content d'être là. Et voilà, ça se voit. Je pense qu'au niveau du résultat, au niveau du match qu'on a donné, l'intensité. Voilà, on est là les unes pour les autres et voilà, on s'entend super bien. Et sur le terrain, ça marche plutôt bien aussi. Donc voilà.
So we are really happy about this test match and what we did before just to prepare the World Cup. So now we have to continue and to go on to be focused on Ireland right now.
How proud are you to lead the team to such a dominant victory?
Comment tu as fait pour guider l'équipe pour cette victoire aussi dominante? Voilà.
Il n'y a pas eu besoin de trop diriger. Je veux dire, chaque fille sait ce qu'elle a à faire. Voilà, on a un groupe qui sait s'en sortir tout seul. Ils n'ont pas besoin forcément d'une personne qui les dirige. Voilà, c'est la force du groupe qui fait qu'aujourd'hui, on arrive à gagner avec autant de points et à rendre une copie telle qu'elle est ce soir.
We don't have to lead a lot this group. Everybody take care of each other and lead for himself. So it's why we work well tonight. So go on right now.
Well, very well done.
Thank you.
Well, the French captain there for the evening, Elodie Poublin, who took the armband after Gail Mignon started from the bench this evening. Look at this for France, going up to thank their supporters. Our cameraman even going to get run over. And shortly we are going to be hearing then from the Australia captain, Shannon Parry.
Well, Shannon, not much really went you guys' way tonight. Can you sum up that performance for me?
Yeah, disappointing performance there tonight, and I think you can't start solely against a quality team like France, and they outplayed us in a number of aspects of the game tonight.
Well, it's a tough, not just tonight, it was a tough pool overall. What do you think you came up short with?
I think for us, you've got to expect that. It's a World Cup, it's the best nations around the world playing off for the title. So for us, it's about rebuilding. We've got another game in a few days against Japan, so we've got to look forward, but definitely look at ourselves tonight about what happened out there tonight.
What positives can you take tonight into the next match against Japan?
I think we've played a quality team there. There's things that we definitely need to build on, and I think that's a huge challenge for us against Japan. They gave Irish a good run there, so it's going to be a quality match in a couple of nights' time.
Well, commiserations tonight.
Thank you for that, and I just want to have a shout out to Steve Hampson, an ex-Wallaroos manager. The Wallaroos are just sending their well wishes.
Thank you.
Nice message there from Shannon Parry. Probably isn't used to being on the wrong side of a scoreline. And we are going to now have our player of the match presentation, our Aeon player of the match, as Louise Kevany presents it to France's Romain Manager. Well, there you go. Smiles all round. Real treat if you've been a French fan this evening. Right then, let's see what's going on then at this Women's Rugby World Cup. Pool A looks like this. New Zealand top of the pile. They've picked up every point going, and it means it will be winner-takes-all semi-final between New Zealand and Canada come Thursday afternoon. Going to move into Pool B now, where it's a very similar story, but it's even Stevens between England and the USA. Just points difference puts England ahead, both of them with 10 points, although for Italy and Spain, they can no longer progress. And this is what we've focused on this evening. Pool C, it's everything we hoped it would be, with France and Ireland on course to meet on Thursday night, the very last match of the pool stage. Whoever wins gets to go through to the semi-finals. Well, that's it from this evening in Dublin. France have been fantastic. What a fanfare, what a performance. It's all going to be about France against Ireland on Thursday. Full time here, France 48, Australia 0.